Blessings, everyone. Excited for this awesome live today. I'm going to connect with my good friend Sachiko. She's a part of the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle with her very brave and vulnerable book, I Put Love in My Body. We're going to be going into eating disorders today and her personal journey of overcoming eating disorders, as well as self-acceptance and love. Really blessed that she's a part of this bundle. She's been a part of past bundles with amazing recipe books. I've known her for a really long time. She's worked in the kitchen with me at the Woodstock Fruit Festival, and we've connected all over the place. If you don't know by now, we're in the last 3 days of the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. It is ridiculous how time is flying, I tell you. If you haven't grabbed the bundle yet, I tell you this is the time to check it all out. It's a ridiculous deal. Besides Sachi's Sachi's book in there, I have my recipe book, and there's 40 total, worth $1,850 for just $50. But we're going to invite Sachi in here and get into this. I recommend that you check her out, give her a follow, and grab the bundle through her link. It's sky.love.light. Easy and smooth. There we go. Good evening, Sachi. It's good morning here, 10:20, and amazingly for me lately, as you might be able to tell a little bit, this feels early because I've been a little bit up late, burning it on both sides. But that's what's going on Bundle Week, I tell you. That's just all the fun stuff to share, behind the scenes work. I'm a bit of the tech for the bundle too, so answering some people and all that fun. So it's awesome. But I'll let you guys know too that later today I'll be going live with Lena. And we'll be doing a live recipe demo, making my raw pad thai from my Cravings Buster Sweet and Savory Stews book. So, good morning, Watermelon Lime. Maybe it's good evening for you. So I don't know how come. There we go. Oh, Sachi requested too, so I'll try that because my requesting her didn't work. So hopefully this works. I think this is going to work. Oh, it says Sachi is unable to join live. I wonder if there's some issue with my app being Canadian and Cosmo for Life. Yeah, Chip. Who is this? Who is Chip? You said that last time. Who is this? I need to check on your profile. I can't right here, of course, so I can't see your name. But I wonder if it has to do with, mine being a Canadian version and Sachi's being a Japanese app, or if there's some reason why this isn't allowing us to do this. Well, Sachi, I'm trying to invite you again. Just see if that pops up and if you're able to click it, and let us know in the chat what's
I'm so
there
happy.
we go. There we go. It works. We got you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm happy too. For a second I was thinking like, oh no, maybe we'll have to try and do this through the chat, and that would have been really, really tough, I tell you. You're looking well.
Yeah, thank you. How are you?
Vibrant. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. Although I'm a little tired, as you know, because I was typing at you about 5 hours ago and saying, I'm going to bed right now. But luckily, I've stored up a lot of vitality over the weeks and months and years, and I'm feeling actually pretty darn good, all considering.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, thank you. But actually, May 1st to yesterday, I just didn't take take a day off, and I suddenly plug off. Yesterday, I felt plug off. My energy is gone.
Oh
Suddenly.
yeah, you feel like, okay, now it's time to relax and sleep. Well, if you want, we can have this like a kindergarten where in the middle we just take a little nap and we'll just all have a little nap together. It's nap time now.
Yeah.
We all deserve and need naps and breaks, and sometimes life calls us to push ourselves, but it's really darn good to know our limits and to take those naps and breaks when we need them. I tell you, Sachi, I'm feeling a little bit the same. You can probably see, for me, I'm feeling a little bit baggy-eyed and tired. Most of my nights have been short, and I may actually take my first nap of the year. I don't nap too often, but this afternoon I may just take a nap. Good morning and evening. Yeah.
Wow. How many lives did you already?
I think I had like
Because
25 on my schedule.
wow.
So I probably have, let's see, where am I? Yeah, I've probably done about 18 so far, I think. Not quite as many as last bundle. Last bundle I did even more. I think I did like 30 or 35, but
Wow.
this time just a little bit less. I've
But
seen you've done, sorry?
yeah, you try to go live with 40 people, right?
Yeah, exactly. I try and go in live. What I've tried to do is go live with everyone who's contributed a book in the bundle, but not everyone answered back or not everyone was necessarily interested. And I just want to make sure that I connect with everyone who's a part and help them share their contribution and their story and their journey.
Yeah.
And all the lives I've done have a place on my Instagram page and on my YouTube video. Sadly, except for one I did with Ted Carr, which was the first one, and it was really fun, but the audio didn't record well. It is on my Instagram, so you can watch on my Instagram, but on YouTube it wouldn't work. We ended up,
Oh,
the voices, we'd be talking, and it changed the timing so that we were always talking at the same
yeah,
time.
I know,
It's
I
funny.
watched that. I
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, so on
yeah.
Instagram, is it like that too? Really talking over each other on Instagram?
Instagram just like a little time gap
Yeah,
from
yeah.
live. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's really a pity because it was a really fun conversation. And I mean, I'm sure you can get a little bit from it, but it makes it harder to listen to. And I don't know if it's like they don't like, me and Ted together, or if we said something that was ooh spooky or what. But but that's how it is, I guess. Sometimes just that's how the moon and the stars align, right? Or don't align.
That was so nice to see you both together, Ted and Chris.
Well,
Yeah.
I gotta say it's so good to see us both together, and it's been so long since we last talked, and it's always a pleasure. I mean, we've typed at each other for a while, and I
Me?
know that, yeah, you and me, exactly, us.
Yeah. So excited. Yeah.
Also, what he's saying, you've been fantastic, Sachi. Be kind to yourself. We love and appreciate you so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I gotta say, I know that creating this book has been a love and also a challenge and a push for yourself. And I just want to right off the bat acknowledge you for being very brave, very vulnerable,
Oh, thank you so much.
and how beautiful it is that you're sharing your story. And I know it will help a lot of people. And I just want to start there. How do you feel now that you've put this all to paper and you've spread it? And I know you've done at least a live or two or more sharing a little bit. How is this feeling for you?
I don't know. That was life changing.
Life
And
changing.
without your words, should you choose to go for it? Yeah, in your email.
Yeah.
Without your words, I didn't write that book. So thank you so much.
I'm so blessed always to connect with you, Sachi, and I'm really happy that our connection motivated you to bring this forth, to share the things that have been challenging for you, because so many face those same challenges. And I know that it's through sharing those things that it helps not only you, but so many other people, right? So it's just such a blessing, and you're such a blessing. And I know your book is really, like, I'll admit I haven't gotten to read the whole thing because I read the first half when we were in draft mode, and I'm excited to read the rest.
I just rewrite everything.
Yeah.
Not to change so much in the first part, but I rewrite everything because I want to go dig deep, more deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your whole being, existence, presence, and Lisa's words help me so much in my heart strong and keep go dig deep, because I almost stopped the middle of the creative process.
Yeah.
I stopped, literally stopped. I couldn't write anymore, but you just keep doing. So, yeah, I will do. I cannot say enough. How much I incredibly grateful for. Thank you so much. I cannot say enough.
Honor and pleasure for sure. No, you're the one that blesses me and blesses everyone else. I really appreciate that. So I do want to ask, for those who haven't followed you yet, or, maybe don't know your story, haven't gotten the book and haven't already really had their heart open from reading your experience and your story. I'm curious, would you be willing to share a little bit of, what led you to this place, some of your past, and what has led you to write this book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I decided to write this book, I was on the rock bottom on my life.
Yeah.
Because just shortly, I tried so hard to get rid of my bulimia symptom, and I've been doing that actually 30 years. Like, it's crazy, like a crazy stupid acting, but I won't never give up to try to control my habit, stop it. Like that's a live or die situation every day, every day, secretly, covertly. So yeah, so I couldn't do this anymore, I heard, and I suddenly, I'm not sure, I'd like to share from here as who I am.
Yeah.
How can I say? I don't know. Sorry,
It's okay. It's intense stuff.
Yeah.
It's intense stuff.
Thank you. I just wanted to show up to inspire maybe even one person who struggle with eating disorder and in a dark place, and don't see any hope. I've been there for 30 years and still alive. So I'd like to show up to the world as me, without hiding. And because I didn't write about this eating disorder in my past two previous books. And that was my shame. Very, very, I feel shame. But I'd like to tell people, I'm not sure, but I thought maybe my presence give me some inspiration to others.
For
so
sure.
That's a reason, because I don't know anything about overcoming eating disorder and healing eating disorder, because I tried so many things, but I defeated. So I'm not qualified. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm not qualified to tell anything.
Yeah, you're sharing your story, right? You're sharing the hardship you've had and some successes that you've had, and how it's impacted your life. And you're not trying to claim to be a psychologist or to try and fix people. Just sharing your story, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so, which is beautiful, which is so beautiful, because I really am a firm believer that it is often that shame and that guilt and that fear that keeps us locked in these behaviors, and that bringing things to light and letting go of that shame and being as strong and vulnerable as you are, sharing your heart, like sharing with other people that they're not alone, right? That there are other people that feel this and experience this, that will not only be able to let other people feel less afraid and less alone and more willing to be really compassionate and loving towards themselves, but also, I'm hoping, has a nice, energetic, expanding feeling for you. And I'm curious, have you felt that, in sharing this, and what was the process of putting this to paper and creating a book with this? What did that bring up for you? And did you have some moments? I know you said you had some moments where you felt like you couldn't go further, but did you also have some moments where you just had a good cry, or where you just felt like just some shifts in your mind or your heart?
Oh, Chris, could you tell me? Could you tell me that again?
Yeah, I should do one question at a time. instead of 3 or 4. My apologies for that. So the first one will be, I'll just mention that again, that I think this process is often made harder, you know, letting go when we have shame or guilt, you know, and this process of sharing is an amazing way to release that in some ways. And I'm curious, when you were writing this book, did you experience any shifts, or did you have any moments where you cried and you felt like you're just letting it all out? What was that experience of writing the book like?
I'm sure I got it perfectly, your words, but I just write, and sorry again.
It's okay. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. When writing the book, was that did that feel like it was healing for you while writing the book?
Oh, I just remember. Oh, so I remembered the past memories. That was not I have been remembering for years. So that past memory comes to me.
Yeah.
But maybe I need it. So writing. So I started writing from March, and I think 1.5 month. I took time, and that whole process, especially at the beginning, is very not just healing but process.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
digest my past, and I forgot that memory, but that comes to me. So it was hard. But that doesn't mean stopped. Yeah. But when I stopped at the middle is that I realized I said that like a self-loving practice, this and that made me stop. Because I feel I don't know everything. I don't know anything. I know. So how can I tell people like that? So, and I'm planning to learn from other material like self-love, how to love ourselves. And I just wanted to like word change. How can I say word change? We words.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Switch words.
Yeah.
We construct
like
sentence.
Switch words in your mind, or switch words in.
No. I like to learn from others how to love ourselves.
Yes.
And paraphrase. Yes, paraphrase. I wanted to paraphrase that sentence.
Yeah, you wanted to take different pathways.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I couldn't paraphrase. So everything in my book is from within me. Within me. Yeah, I didn't learn from others, but I just could write from my own experience. So, and I'm not sure I talked about I answered your question or not, but in the stopping time, I just rewrite everything. And go deeper and deeper. Why I write this book, and I asked myself, who am I, and what I want I really asked me.
Wow, those are big questions too, Sachi. Those are good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I want to do?
Yeah.
What I want to do, because I don't know nothing about why I want to write this book.
Yeah.
And I really knew only I can share is my presence, not this book or not these words but anyway, I like to put my presence in that book.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is I wanted to do.
To share your essence, to share yourself openly, and put it out there without fear, or push through the fear if there was fear there. Yeah. Well, we're blessed that you have, and like I said, I know it's been a process, and being a process. If you're willing to share, do you remember your earliest memories of experiencing eating disorder, and have any thought around where it came from?
Earliest memories?
Yeah.
Where my eating disorder came from?
Yeah.
Oh, I think, yeah, I have been thinking about that 30 years. Yeah. And just recently, just 1 year or just recently, I realized my eating disorder started 40 years old. And when I was maybe 8 or 9 or 10, I gave out my life's control to father. I just gave out my control because my father tell me, you don't live your own life in this house like that. And I just give up after the so many times of fighting to my father for years until then. And I just finally give up my life and just follow my father. And that decision changed my life. I lost colors from my life, and but it's hard. But I chose to give up my life, my own decision. Even I was 10 years old. It was very, very sad and very, very painful. But I'd like. it's so stupid, but I wanted my father know. Well, it's wrong. It's wrong to control your daughter. Yeah. So
it was unfair for you, and at that age, how could you fully understand how big that was, right? You just want to please your father, and
it's just recently, because I was very, very brainwashing from him since 0, I think, because he started to educate myself, control myself as like 0 years education. I don't like maybe popular method, but he started to teach anything from 0. So I was controlled by him, and he was actually narcissist. Yeah. So it's a very serious problem. It's very serious. So I brainwashed, and I always said, it's like a bad magic. I couldn't do anything. But I know it's not me. Yeah. But brainwashed since so much from the beginning, I couldn't do nothing. Yeah. And but my life shifted when I decided to forgive him, even he didn't change. And it took maybe a few years, because I learned there only hurt people. So And yeah, after that, I started to forgive myself. So I know, I understand, I found that forgive others is more maybe easier than forgive ourselves.
For sure.
After I forgave my father, he didn't change. And he also tried to control even now, but I haven't forgive myself after that. It's so hard because because of my decision, my life has been tougher and tougher. I couldn't remember that 10 years or young age's decision until recently. And I wrote about my book, but I made a bad decision when I was 26 years old. And that was, I tried to fix myself so hard and put myself on a mental hospital and the hospitalization. And that moment, I really didn't want to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Can I keep talking this?
Of course. Yeah, no, please.
It's so dark. So sorry.
It's no, this is your story, you know, this is your life, and it's not who you are, but it is what you've gone through, what you've experienced, and it shapes the way you view. And like we said, there are so many people who are in the dark as well, and you bringing light to the dark, it helps everyone, you know. It's a blessing.
Thank you. One reason I share this story was, follow your instinct, follow your heart is so important. Without that, I give out. I give up that on twice in my life. And oh my gosh. So when I enter the hospital, I just realized my soul's desire. I want to be free.
Yeah.
And I've never imagined my freedom, because my self-identity was already eating disorder, sick person from such a young age. Like I went to junior high school at that time, and I don't have any other options. I suddenly realized I had the freedom, and I don't have like a home to back to, and I just get my two big heavy bag, and that was only my stuff. And just walking the hospital, and my doctor said to me, "Oh, if you don't go to the hospital, I feel terrible, like something. I don't.
Something bad might happen.
Yeah, something bad for them."
Yeah.
So after I heard that, oh, what? And what? Oh, where is my freedom, or where is my light and human light, or like that? And I suddenly realized, wow, I have a freedom to go abroad because I have own two stuff, and I don't have a house, and my parents rejected me to back. Oh my gosh, I can go abroad. Yeah. I just realized that was my sole desire.
Yeah.
But I couldn't follow that hard.
Yeah.
Because it's so suddenly, and that was very painful, but I just like screamed my soul screamed, but I go to the hospital for the sake of being a good girl. And so very
hoping to go to the hospital and get more help and insight into how you can help yourself.
Oh, can you say that again?
Was your desire to go to the hospital in the hopes that they could help and help you help yourself?
Yes. I just only one thing I want is healing the eating disorder, stopping bulimia.
Yeah.
So I just really wanted to stop my bulimia, but for that action brought me so much other challenges in my life. That was 26 and I'm 45 now. And after the first 10 years was so challenging because I lost my memory, the part of my memory, and I lost the speaking ability. And I didn't know what happened for me. So I couldn't explain myself and what happened for me to anyone, including doctor. So.
And how long did you spend there?
Spend in the hospital?
Yeah.
I think 3 months at that time, and after 6 months, I went to 3 months. I went to 3 months, I think, again. Yeah.
And did you find that time helped? Did you learn some helpful tools or information?
No. Never. So I rejected any psychological medicine. Yeah. I was the only person like healthy in the hospital. So only the doctor gave me vitamin C supplement and something like that. So I don't have any space to be in the hospital and also the family. So I'm not a good patient. Just being healthy and rejected medicine. So
take the pills,
Yes. So doctor couldn't do anything, any treatment, any practical and any effective way to treat myself because I rejected medicine. Yeah.
Well, on the opposite side, because the name of your book, I Put Love in My Body. What does that mean to you?
I just think about vegan lifestyle because that was the moment I found the vegan lifestyle. Yeah. I'm so desperate to find another way, not in Japanese way, another way to heal myself and search on the Google engine and how to overcome eating disorder in English. I couldn't speak English at that time, and found a Free Will Christina's video and somehow I could understand just a few. So I listen again and again. Then that information clicked to my soul, and wow, that was so true. And I think Christina explained about 80-10-10 styles of vegan lifestyle. Yeah. So that was the reason I started this lifestyle, and I think the fruits and vegetable is just love.
Yeah.
Just love.
I so agree. Yeah. It's like Mother Nature or God's love, right?
Yeah, nature connected, and I eat that kind of love every day. That heals me so much. Yeah. Not just I didn't overcome yet, but that symptom yet, but I healed so much and changed so much inside out. I couldn't smile. Just I just forgetting my muscle, face muscle, forget about how to smile. Even I tried to smile, I couldn't. But yeah.
And your smile is so precious and brings so much other smiles to the world. It's such a gift. So it's sad in my heart to think that you didn't have the muscles in your face to smile, and you had to relearn, Sachi. It almost breaks my heart, but it's so beautiful to see you laugh and smile and to grow through this.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so I just, and that was my part of my life. Not just a loving and diet.
Yeah.
It's so natural for me. Fruits and vegetables, growing in nature, and that is also love. That is love, and we are also love.
Yeah.
We are connected, and I feel so connected to nature, and feel alive, and feel true. True, it's so true, and without words, it's so natural. So my title was, firstly, I put love in my bowl, smoothie bowl.
Yeah.
But it's not comic, so I just put like a more mature. I put love in my body, not bowl. Okay.
Well, it's a beautiful title, and I just think that is so powerful, because I can briefly share it. I don't want to go too much into that because I want to really focus on you and your book, but I can really identify with that because I've been in a place myself where I was in a very dark pit and I didn't love myself, and I didn't have an eating disorder, but I had a mental emotional disorder where I rejected my life and my reality, and I there were very strong times where I hated myself, and hated life and didn't want to live anymore. And I couldn't think loving thoughts towards myself anymore or loving thoughts towards the world, I felt like my happiness was gone and falling through my fingers, and I couldn't hold on to it. It'd be in little bits, but I couldn't hold on to it. It was like the sadness was my spirit and the happiness was just little teeny sparks,
Yeah.
And I found yoga and breath work, and then I found the raw food, but not necessarily right into raw food, but I found fruits and vegetables, and exactly what you're saying, that eating those, putting them in my body and breathing was an act of love. And I found the more love I gave myself in my action, the easier it was to experience love in my life and to experience loving thoughts. And it made me want to be even more loving to other people and understanding and compassionate. And it changed my life so much, so much. And that's why I do what I do. I can never give back enough, But it sounds like you experienced really the very same thing and are still on that path, growing in self-love.
That's right. The same. Yeah.
So do you remember when you first started, incorporating more fresh foods and fruits and vegetables, what were some of the challenges you had, and what are some of the things that made it easier?
God, good question. Could you tell me the first thing?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
For sure. First thing.
So when you first started adding more fruits and vegetables into your life, what were some of the challenges? The challenges you had to do that, physically, mentally, emotionally.
I think it's mentally, but I have so low self-worth. So I have been believing I don't worth living. I'm not worthy to live, and I'm not worthy to eat until just a year ago, like that. And just until just recently, in my very deep. And that means I couldn't give myself food because so many reasons. that
you
was
felt you didn't deserve food.
yes, deserve food, deserve to buy food because it's in Japan it's so expensive. Food's so expensive. So that in for that strengthen that reason. But
Do you feel like in your youth food was expensive and your dad made you feel that way too, that like food is very expensive, like don't eat too much, or did that stem from that relationship that your father had with money and food and you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, my father tell me about the money thing when I was a child. So many things like you throw out the money in the like I cannot vocabulary, but I think yeah.
I
So
just want to say that everyone in here is just saying how amazing you are and how sweet of a soul you are and how worthy you are, and that you always have to put yourself first, and it's just so beautiful. That's what you're growing in, and that's what you're doing. It's amazing. So that was one major challenge, that you didn't feel like you were worthy, or that it was like just so expensive. Were there any other challenges you had in the beginning?
it's maybe first I was more anorexic in my mind.
Yeah.
And
afraid to eat a lot.
Yeah, afraid to eat a lot and eat calorie. So I've been like eating plant-based diet before the vegan lifestyle started. Like lots of veggies, miso soup, and just a bit of rice or steamed sweet potato or pumpkin, or just a little bit starch and lots of veggies, and like soy milk or tofu or some protein, more starchy less veggies. That was my go-to method to stay lean. I'm afraid to eat a calorie. And after that, I started the vegan lifestyle. I gained weight. Gain weight? Yeah, gain weight. I gained weight. Yeah, I gained weight. Yeah, and that I think I was constantly under 40 kilograms in my house because I was so like shaken, like and my like not so physically absorbed well, and but after that I started from green smoothie and eating basically green smoothie and eating seasonal fruits, and I gained weight, and I just got patient about that, because I thought it was good for me, but I need to be patient to gain my weight, and that's just a little challenge. But for most of people, vegan lifestyle can be a method or way to lose weight. But for me, I have only opposite experience. So later, my vegan lifestyle give me weight or like that. So that kind of belief was just a bit challenging. But interestingly, I'm afraid of calories at the beginning, but later that changed to the money. So the reason I afraid to eat more is calorie from money. So I don't have enough money, so I don't have so much banana or orange or
And I know in Japan it is pretty expensive for produce, and I know part of that also led you to being really inventive and creating different recipes using the ingredients that you have and that are accessible, and some less expensive. And that was in your first book where you made your smoothie bowls book, right?
Yeah, right. So I usually eat banana, but I don't like banana so much. Imported banana in Japan because it's harvested too early, so it's green. And recently I found a very good banana to eat. It's delicious, but I didn't like banana, so I just put green in my smoothie and put any vegetables in. Combined with banana and then a little bit just citrus and tart taste like berries.
Very delicious ones. And I'm curious, when you started eating more fruits and vegetables with bulimia, did that really help for you to keep the food down and to just want to keep it in your body?
Yes, really helped.
Yeah.
Because I get enough, not enough, but just very enough calorie and nutrients from my morning and lunch smoothie bowl and smoothie and fruits. Yeah. So I always binge and bulimia at night, but maybe at least 60%, 70%, 80% of my calorie I get from fruits and vegetables. And even I vomit the food at night, my body growing and cleaner and cleaner. It takes maybe slower than other people, but I always eat 100% raw, except for bulimia. So that helped me so much to grow physically and mentally and maybe spiritually. I don't know, I can talk about spiritual, but yes, so much difference. Because before I started this lifestyle, I didn't eat. I just live on tomatoes, just 3 or 4 tomatoes in a day, and just bulimia and eat and vomit.
Just binge something.
Yes,
heavy.
yes. Yeah. But I started to eat. Yeah. So I think it's my first time to just eat and get calories, get nutrients, get food was when I started this lifestyle after 40 years old. So I started to grow, and what helps me is getting calorie, especially carbohydrate into my body. That helps me so much to how brain works. My brain was broken, so I think look back on that time, I think that helped me so much to grow more. I couldn't read books, I couldn't memorize anything, I couldn't speak, but gradually I think clearly and can read book more. Yeah, now I'm more from the person.
Now you're writing your own books and inspiring others and moving and growing through that. You know, people here are saying Watermelon Live, saying she's such a gift to the world and you've overcome so much, and I'm so proud of you. It's just such a blessing, Sachi, you know, that you're sharing and that you're vulnerable and that you're, you know, accepting of yourself to the degree you're able now, and that's perfect. You know, that's absolutely perfect. You know, we can compare ourselves to others and we can wish that we're in a different place, but you're here right now and you're beautiful and you're amazing, and you know, all the things you're doing is only going to help. You know, it's only going to help. It's just, it takes time. You had a lifetime, right, to get to where you are.
Yes. And I always admire you from the beginning. I think on the 2015, I started this Warrior Lifestyle 2013 in my own way, very strange way in Japan. Like I eat every vegetable just raw and not so much eat banana. And I went to the Woodstock Foods Festival, and after the festival, I met you on the Whole Foods store.
Oh,
and
yes.
And I didn't know about you until then, even Italian festival, and after that I met you.
I was
and
hiding in the kitchen.
Yeah. So sorry about that. But after that, yeah, the next year, I talked to you, and yeah, I admire so much, and your love and loving service, and I really, really, really wanted to be like you, like serve to the world with love, in love. I really, really wanted to, but I didn't understand how to do that. And I asked you so much time, how can I do it? How can I do it? So annoying, I think.
No, never annoying. Never annoying, Sachi, ever.
You are such a love, and you read my English that was so broken, and I even me, I didn't understand after I wrote. But you have very patient, and thank you so much. And I just shifted from this creating process. I just had a shift to just thinking about me to thinking about others. And I didn't know how to serve to the world. I do something. I do anything in front of me. I don't know how it works, and I don't know how my book unfold. I will do, and yeah.
Well, you are, Sachi. You're already shining your light and sharing and helping, and it sounds like your path has led you here, right? To be of service, and service. You've been service to yourself, and like someone mentioned earlier, we need to put our own life vest on first, and you've been doing that and growing in that, and finding the different ways to nourish and heal and grow and forgive. It's so powerful how you said you forgave your father, and that's absolutely amazing. And you sharing all of this, you're being that light. You're helping others, and you're being of service. So it's beautiful. And I just 1,000 times want to say, yeah, like always an honor and pleasure. It's like every time. It's no, absolutely. So besides raw food, and you mentioned going for walks in nature, what are some other things that you feel have helped you come to a better place with yourself and with life and your eating disorder?
Not in nature.
Going in nature?
Going in nature, but I think since my eating disorder having addiction, not drug addiction, but I need food, but I want to stop. That was addiction. So when I started to learn about spirituality, that helped me.
About which, sorry?
Spirituality.
Oh, spirituality.
Spirituality, yeah. Learning about spirituality is helped me, still helping me. I keep learning with my own experience. Learn from like audio or reading, and live my own life, live my own truth. That was a very, very good practice for spiritual, because I couldn't handle my eating disorder, bulimia.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to use this to spiritual practice. I decided, maybe I think 4 or 5 years ago, as a spiritual teacher, very harsh, and that was also helped me to grow more, because I give up my truth in such a young age. So I need to true to myself.
Yeah. That's awesome. And what have you found has helped you to have the strength to choose to be true to yourself Is there something that you shifted in your mindset, or that really sparked the desire? No?
Just life was so tough, or like lost everything, like memory, and just lost myself, my identity. That tough life is enough to live each day, each moment with painful, physically and mentally tough this symptom. So I know everyone, this eating disorder can be so tough, so challenging. So, and every bit of steps and every day, every experience is not never meaningful.
It all has meaning.
Yes. Not so some shift, or just every this tough steps, tough life, facing life gives me strength. Strength. Yeah. My doctor said, oh, be the person who can stay in the weakest, darkest, deepest place can be strong. My young doctor said to me, and yeah, I'm so weakest. I was thinking about I was the weakest person in the world, but I have a potential. I have a potential to be strong, and I make miracles. I just decided I am miracle maker. I'm not sure my English is correct, but no, I said I am miracle maker.
Yeah.
Because without a miracle, yeah, it cannot be happen. Yeah. I know that where I start to step my feet, I know. So in the bed, in the hospital bed, and I don't know myself, and I lost everything. I couldn't speak. So I know that moment where I started to walk this life again. So that gave me strength, thanks to I know where I am started. And yeah, I just every step, every thousand million step, it bring me here. So I said, never give up your life, and it's okay to give up your goal, achievement. It's totally okay. So I actually struggle with keeping raw vegan lifestyle because of this eating disorder. Without eating disorder, maybe I could be 100% raw, but I couldn't do that. So, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to you cannot achieve any goals. It's okay to give up goals and achievement, but you can give your truth and your life. So I'd like to hear for all of them to share my love.
Yeah. It sounds really like you've really decided to be a creator in your life, and to have a direction, have a direction and a goal, but not be attached, and to live with more acceptance in your heart, that it's about the steps, not being attached to a goal.
Yeah. That's right. You said acceptance. That was so key. So key. I think my life transformed on this just for years. This past 1 year, because I need to learn acceptance unconditionally, not conditioned. Accept every failure, every defeat. So that made me learn acceptance myself. Yeah.
Well, it's an amazing opportunity for growth, and yeah, it's just so amazing, and as you said, like each moment and each day, it's just moving forward and growing through it, right? And we always have that opportunity to shift a little bit, or to focus on something a little bit different, or to give ourselves a moment of love and just sit in that love for just a moment, even if it's just a moment, and
That's so true.
Yeah.
Live in that moment.
Yeah.
I'm
curious. Sorry, go ahead.
No, not go anywhere.
No. Yeah, we don't need to go anywhere, right? Sometimes the only place to go is within.
That's so true. I still need practice.
Yeah, me too. I think everyone, it's and I think that's why it's just so important, you sharing and living your truth and exploring through that, because so many people are just like you, who hiding and not sharing with the world their truth out of fear or out of shame or anything like that. And not for everyone it isn't the same thing, of course, but there's something that is hidden, and because of fear or shame, and it's through being vulnerable and sharing that you give that permission to others, and that others can let go of their shame and let go of their fear. And it's a journey, right? It's a journey. It's unfortunate that it isn't a button that we can just go, hey, I see this, I'm going to push the button and change it all,
Yeah.
But it all starts with one action and another, and just one bite or one step at a time, right?
That's everyday action. Yeah. And we don't know how long does it take. That's not easy, but
no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, and maybe that's not as important,
Yes. Yes, yeah. I wanted to say that.
Yeah. So I'm curious. I mean, your book speaks for itself, and I'm really excited for others to read it and to grow with you and grow in knowing you, and to hear and feel of how you feel in terms of that as time goes on, because I'm sure there will be people reaching out and giving love and all of that. I'm curious if someone was to say to you that they are in a dark place, that they are challenged with their own eating disorders or lack of self-worth, what would be your message for them?
Just be here now and accept everything. Because everything, just for now, not so thinking about future. And tomorrow we never know, but just accept everything, because it's okay. And only you can do, accept everything of you. Only you can do. So it's okay. And if you don't think, you cannot think, it's okay. I say it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. And so, I think it's interesting, because I think that is 1000% true and amazing and the most life-changing thing. And at the same time, I've some people close to me, when they've gone through some things tough, I've said to them, like, it's okay. And they got mad. They got very mad. They said, it's not okay. It's not okay. And I think that part of that is understanding that not being okay is okay. Like, if you're present with yourself and this moment is the worst moment and you want to scream and cry, that's okay. And that doesn't mean that it isn't hard, that it isn't, it's just saying that is what is, right? That is what is. And accepting that this moment sucks, and the best thing I can do right now is scream and punch my pillow and cry and roll on the ground, whatever it takes. You're safe, you're okay. That is a worthwhile experience, and you don't have to judge yourself for it. You don't have to think it's wrong. You don't have to think that you shouldn't feel that or anything like that, right?
Right. That's meaning. I wanted to say.
Yeah. It's just so powerful, because I think, one cool example I've had of that, that Dr. Graham taught me was, we're the ones that hold on to things. We're the ones that don't accept what we feel and just clench up and get mad and keep it in our energy. And we look out to animals,
Yeah.
and when they feel something, they just flap their wings and
Yeah.
let it out, and they beak, and then all of a sudden, boop, then they just float away normal. They've let it go because they felt it. They were just in the moment, not judging, just fully accepting it, just as you said, you know. And it's so beautiful, I think, when we can enter that space and, you know, just be present and be in acceptance.
Not judging.
Not judging.
And yeah, and it needs process. It needs process because maybe sometimes you don't feel anything. I didn't feel anything. It's okay. I didn't think it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to sometimes, right? It's like, it's easy to say, but it's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, because not emotionally hard, physically hard sometimes. Yeah, physically. So, but yeah.
Are there some things that you've done or shifts that have made that easier, or has it gotten easier with practice, or what's your experience with that?
Yes, I don't say practice, just everyday life. Everyday life was teacher.
Yeah.
Every experience.
Yeah.
And I believe if you got eating disorder, you have that kind of like sincerity and honesty and strength already within you. So just living everyday life was enough practice to accept and growing. So every day is learning.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, I just want to acknowledge you again, Sachi, and thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I know there are so many others extending their love and their acceptance and their joy for you sharing your story and for your bravery and your vulnerability. And like I said, I know it took a lot, but it just sounds so beautiful. And so I'm so happy to see the shifts and the changes and, you know, the growth you're experiencing and the depth of acceptance that you're willing to take on and grow in with as well, you know. And I just want to really again thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to share today?
I love you. I love you all. I really, really love you all.
Love you too, Sachi. Absolutely. So again, everyone, I really encourage you to check out the bundle. Go to Sachi's link. Sky, I'm messing up right here. Sky dot, my mind is a little bit blank. Sky.love.light, and grab the bundle through there if you haven't yet, and be sure to check out Sachi's book. Again, just thank you so much, Sachi, for joining us today and for being a part of the bundle.
I just want to think, be happy now.
Yeah.
Be happy now, not so.
Yeah.
Just you deserve happiness right now. So it's thinking about that symptoms very dark, but please find happiness everywhere. Happiness is everywhere, just tiny things. But be happy now, not so after you overcome it, after you be perfect, after you best person. No, just be happy now.
There's so many things to be happy for, right? It sounds like when you're in that place, just shift focus to something you can find that's beautiful, that is happy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. What makes you the happiest?
You. Right now, you.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're such a sweetheart. Oh. Peace, love, and seasonal fruit. There we go. There we go. Loving it. Loving it. And I got the UK Fruit Fest. Love. Fruit is love. I put love in my body. You put love in your body. We all put love in our body, and we grow in love with ourselves and nature and the animals. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again
Thank you
so much, Sachi, for
thank you so much.
sharing your time and being open and vulnerable. And you know, it takes a lot, but it's just so amazing and so inspirational. I know it's going to help and change lives. And yeah, so thank you again. And if it's okay with you, I would love to put this on my YouTube channel. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you again, Sachi. Have a beautiful day. What time is it for you right now?
I think 6:30.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I go to live with Wendy.
Oh, awesome. Well, I hope I didn't hold you up for that, and I hope you have a beautiful live with Wendy as well. She's wonderful. Thank you, Sachi. Much love.
Much love.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
See you, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.